gatekeeper to the security men, to the malis, and to the professors and teachers and lecturers, and to every student who is around me. I found all these people my friends because they were always looking after me, and they were always doing good for me, and they were always watching my back. So that's a compliment for me. That's a joy of, and that's a joy, and that's a moment of strength of Pakistan. We must promote this. We must invite more and more students. I must appreciate Chairman PHEC, Punjab Higher Education Commission, and the Punjab government for making this event possible, because we must focus. And I ask all the state representatives and all the departments to facilitate and welcome our foreign students. I encourage all the private sector and public sector universities. I appreciate that APSAP recently went and showcased Pakistan in Turkey, at Istanbul, and our universities must go out, welcome international students, bring them here, and our embassies and foreign offices and foreign missions and our police stations here and all interior ministry they must facilitate the international students, because it is highly productive. And it is a win-win situation for Pakistan, for every Pakistani student studying here, to learn from peer, to get the peer learning, and for all humanity. I must appreciate Punjab government for focusing on education. After 5 years of, I'm sorry to say this, but bad governance and of the selected government we had seen in the past 5 years. As we see now, there were highest number of empty slots in the government. The statutory positions were empty. The registrars, the controller of examination, the treasurer, ad hocism was in place, and many vice chancellors' slots were empty. And unfortunately, many slots of the vice chancellors which are about to become vacant, nobody was caring about that. Being chancellor, it was my duty. I asked the caretaker chief minister to look into it. I must appreciate Mohsen Naqvi for taking prompt action. He brought his cabinet members and secretaries to me, and we had a meeting together, and we decided a way forward to have all the selection process on merit and only on merit. I appreciate the Chief Minister for forming a committee in which Mr. Suhail Naqvi is heading. He is former Executive Director, Higher Education Commission. He has been Vice Chancellor of LUMS. He has been Vice Chancellor of an international university in Central Asia, and he has been at other positions and at helm of affairs for so many things in education. He always proved his mettle, and he proved his worth, and going beyond any doubt and not creating any controversy at all. We have a very able Chairman PHEC who's part of all these committees. We have towering figures like Amjad Saqib Saab and other educationists who are part of different committees. Former Chairman PHEC, Dr. Nizam, who is currently Rector of a university as well. He has been education. There are many other towering figures of education, and inshallah, I'm sure, and it is duty of the committee to go beyond any inclination and select our vice chancellors, because vice chancellors are the true leaders of any university, and they have to build our future nation. So inshallah, I'm sure that this committee will work, and in shortest possible time, we have appointed, the Punjab government has appointed, and I have to call the final shot for appointing all the pro-vice chancellors. So in the biggest number in the history of Punjab, pro VCs have been appointed, and in almost all the cases you see the senior most professors of the university have been given the task for this responsibility. So I have complete trust in my vice chancellors and the pro VCs and the people who are working, and I'm sure that they will leave no stone unturned. Students in big number go to the Ivy Leagues, go to the Russell Group, go to the many other highly ranked universities in Malaysia, in Europe, in Australia, and in so many other countries, and Germany, and come back, and in the United States and in other countries, and come back. And when these trained faculty members came back and students came back to Pakistan, they were equipped not only with knowledge and skills, but they also knew what the research culture was about. And the core purpose of any university is to conduct research. Our laboratories and other systems are improving. But it is unfortunate that after 2018, the funding of Higher Education Commission was cut from 120 billion rupee to only 60 billion rupee. But as soon as we are coming out of, inshallah, the fiscal problems which have been left behind by the last government, inshallah, again, I'm quite sure the focus will be on education, and we'll be spending a lot more on education. But without increasing the funding on education, what we are now is still, we have the infrastructure, we have the capacity, and in the current given capacity, we have a growing number of private sector universities, which is appreciable, and PHEC and HEC is trying to do their job for regulating the education sector in the right way. So keep it up, keep making our international students feel welcome at our campuses, and we must keep on growing. And it was a treat to eyes watching the beautiful performances and the expression of international students, what they have expressed while they're staying in Pakistan and learning here. Keep it up, Pakistan, Zindabad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to present the souvenirs to our guests. May I please also have on stage Chairman PHEC, Dr. Shahid Munir.